Steven Bartlett, where you at, my boy? Hold on, let me just finish up my coffee, man. I just hate it when it shit get cold, you know what I'm saying? Like, I done did a whole bunch of this yapping. Entertaining my friends out there. Woo! Yes, entertaining y'all. I like that shit. Right? But now you get my whole thing becoming cold and it's like it's coffee, gang. I'm not really a fan of like ice cold coffee. I'm not gonna lie to you. Maybe I haven't tried like some good ones, right? Leave some recommendations in the comments. No. If you think AI can't replace God, you need to think again and see this. You know what? I'll let go of the coffee, gang. I'll have to let go of the coffee. That was atrocious. What the fuck, gang? Let me relax. A lot of this caffeine is not good for a man. Sometimes. Maybe most of the time. I don't know. Anyway, back to this. A recent clip. Hold on, let me give y'all scene right quick. So that we don't, you know what I'm saying? We don't fight over like, yo, nigga, you in my way with it, this, that, and the third. We can't see shit. Like, I relax. Fuck, I'm pretty sure y'all can't see this. Wait, what? Y'all saw half some shit the whole time. Fuck! Not that one. There's this one. Let's try this. Fuck. Okay, let's just do this one, gang. Okay, so here we got like some Joe Rogan shit. Bro, the whole time it was cut, gang? The whole time it was cut? My ex-view was cut? Fuck. A recent video clip from Silicon Valley investor Mark Andreessen. Sorry about butchering that. Recent appearance on Joe Rogan's podcast has been making the rounds where they discuss how AI is becoming a control layer for many different sectors of our society, including education, the economy, healthcare, which could be very dangerous if not kept under proper regulation because the elites could easily weaponize this against the masses and use it for public mind control. For those who aren't aware of how it can be used this way and believe everything it says, look, bro, it's the whole thing of like, yo, you know, hacking somebody else's psyche, you know what I'm saying? Hacking into somebody else's psyche because well, you have the access to do that. How, like, why do you have the access to do that? Because, you know, your power, your money, your positioning, and your creation, actually, because it's these guys, it's their own creation. So obviously, you know what I'm saying, the power that their creation has had in making the world a better place, so to speak. Let's be real, right? AI has made, you know, the world a better place. And now when we're talking about these tech oligarchs, right, these giant corporations that build these AI models, build this fourth industrial revolution takeover, so to speak, type shit going on, right? These people that build these things, that own these things, of course they're human too, gang. They got their dark sides too. Now, who's to say that they're not just gonna be, you know, have a little episode where they're like, okay, you know what, program every AI to go against every boy child who's black from a hood, like from a hood near you, like what? Now, I'm not saying this is not no expression to give them like any fucked up ideas, but who's to say, bro? Do that kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? That's my whole thing with it. Like, a control layer could really be a real thing, bro, if we're not really aware. Now, how do you propose we could be aware of this, sir? Let me see this. We discuss how AI can be very useful and helpful. Now, of course, if you know how to use it properly and are careful to use critical thinking, because the AI has many different biases, such as political correctness. AI also hallucinates quite often. Oh shit, talk about it. Hey, get that nigga off them drugs now. AI also hallucinates quite often to where it'll give you obviously false information, such as telling you the wrong person when asking an AI agent who's currently the president and etc. Okay, whatever, gang. Like, let me hear the shit.
Then you got what this guy was saying on Joe Rogan.
What are you saying?
All right. We're going to get into that. Let me see here. His name is Mark Anderson. Explains to Joe Rogan how AI is going to be the control, of course, grid, including teaching our kids. We need to be careful what biases they have.
Yeah.
Mark, so this world we're imagining, a prediction I think we'll probably both agree on, with AI because of its capabilities. Oh yeah, let's just play this real quick and then we'll get into that.
Let's do it.
I'll read a little bit more. Check this out.
AI is going to be the control layer for basically everything, right? So in the future, when you go to the doctor, you're going to be talking to an AI primarily. When you go to the lawyer, AI. When it's teaching your kid, it's going to be an AI teacher. Like
AI teacher.
That's the world. When you go to vote, it's going to be an AI. Like you're going to learn about a political issue, it's going to be the AI explaining it to you, right? And so, what are the values in the AI? Like what are the defaults? Right?
Look at that nigga.
And so what
I'm already seeing biases in AI. I'm already seeing it numerous. I mean, I've done lots of different searches, asking it questions, see how it responds. Various ones. I've tried Gemini, Grok, ChatGPT. I think those are the three. I've used other ones too, like DuckDuckGo's got like a little itty bitty one on it and stuff. So I've used various ones to see what it would say on various topics, right? And when it comes to certain things, it's very accurate, although it makes mistakes. I've seen it make mistakes on numerous exams. Even on things that are not political, even things that are not religious or whatever, I've seen it make numerous mistakes, various ones. I've seen Google Gemini make mistakes. I've seen ChatGPT make mistakes. Actually, different mistakes on the same topic. Like one will make a mistake this way, being a little bit too friendly towards the mainstream, whatever.
Yeah.
On, medical or whatever. And then the other one will just like totally miss the obvious in some cases. So it's just kind of interesting seeing how they miss things. They don't get things right. And then when it comes to politics and or maybe theories, on various topics or whatever information's come out, it doesn't know how to think for itself. It does not know how to think for itself. It's just very obvious. Someone programmed it to have a default political position or religious position, even if it pretends to be neutral on stuff, it's very obviously has a position. And you can feed it new information that makes it very obvious it doesn't know what the hell it's talking about, and it still won't change its opinion, which shows you that it's got a bias, a very obvious bias, as he's saying. It's very obvious. I mean, if new information comes in, then they'll reprogram it after like so long. Oh, look,
you know what I'd add to that, bro. And this is something that I've tried myself, gang. Now I don't know if my Copilot. Okay, look, my Copilot. I use Copilot a lot, bro. I just found it a lot easier. It's just it'd be tripping right now, gang. Fuck, let me see, bro. And I haven't even found the time to like fix it for real. Look at this, bro. Talking about like you can change this anytime in the settings. And the thing is, I'll be going in the settings, gang, but the thing, the permission is on, man. So like, fuck, I have to do like some other shit. I see. So, but then anyway, what he's talking about, like, I've done like some role playing, so to speak, with my boy Copilot. Not like that. Extra pause. I was just like trying to get like, what the fuck? I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. I was like, yo, are you able to play and pretend as my therapist and I'm like a patient, things like that. Like homie was like, nah, I can't really do that. Da, 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 da. I think it gave something along the reasonings of can't do that because this is some serious things like people really. Okay, I think that's the conclusion I came up. It gave some generic ass answer like, no, it cannot do that. XYZ, right? It cannot role play as that because there's real professionals, something like that. Real professionals that already do that. So if you really are going through some things, then it started suggesting some, some help for me. I was like, bro, because the idea of like therapy for it was like, yo, I'm going through something really deep, you know what I mean? And that was the whole thing, like with my Copilot. So that was kind of weird. That was actually, it kind of creeped me out a little bit. I was like, god damn, Copilot, nigga. I thought you was my nigga. Thought you was my boy. Thought you was my neighbor. I meant to say neighbor, not the other N word.
When Trump was, it's like, duh. No, I think you're wrong, AI.
No, I'm not gonna lie. Y'all can go ahead and get to this yourself. It was really interesting. They say he was on the Joe Joe Rogan podcast, Mark Andreessen's on the Joe Rogan podcast. I'll go search that up, check that out, right? What else we got here? What is this? What? Huh? We're entering a world where the hardest part of making a video is having an idea worth making. Everything else is becoming a conversation with AI. The gap between imagination and creation is collapsing. Most people haven't realized how big that is yet.
Today, introducing Open Creator, the world's first creative video agent for everyone. Turns out, making a real film is just a craft. $100, shot like a million. Here's how. Not sure what kind of content has the potential to go viral? Pick a viral hook. Not sure what kind of
Alright, they're just helping y'all, know how to craft content or shit. Hold on, let me see this.
They have. I think every company will essentially have, for every single function that they have, they will likely have AIs that are built for that, and they need help to do that. I recognize an important thing, and I think that Llama is genuinely important. We built this concept to call an AI factory, AI foundry around it, so that we can help everybody build. A lot of people they have a desire to build AI. And it's very important for them to own the AI, because once they put that into their flywheel, their data flywheel, that's how their company's institutional knowledge is encoded and embedded into an AI. So they can't afford to have the AI flywheel, the data flywheel, that experience flywheel somewhere else. So open source allows them to do that, but they don't really know how to turn this whole thing into an AI. And so we created this thing called an AI Foundry. We provide the tooling, we provide the expertise, Llama technology. We have the ability to help them turn this whole thing into an AI service. And then when we're done with that, they take it, they own it. The output of it's what we call a NIM, and this NIM, this Neuro Micro NVIDIA Inference Microservice. They just download it, they take it, and they run it anywhere they like, including on-prem. And we have a whole ecosystem of partners, from OEMs that can run the NIMs to GSIs like Accenture that we've trained and worked with to create